stars, talking about our future, and here we are. And when we woke in the morning sun, I told everyone, I know you're the one. See you feel the same way I do. Feel it in your blood like I do.
Here we are, not afraid. Love is running through our veins. If you fall, if you break, I'll be here to numb your pain. When your skies fill with clouds, there's no need to turn around. Here we are, wide awake. It will never be the same. 'Cause when your heart breaks cold, you need to know I won't let you go. I won't let you go. Yeah, I know our story's still untold. I won't let you go. I won't let you go. Never. I won't let you go. I won't let you go. Never. know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Through the dark, into space, it's with you where I feel safe. In a sea full of dreams, there's no place I'd rather be. When the sky is filled with clouds, there's no need to turn around. Here we are, wide awake, it will never be the same. yeah, ain't nothing that's gonna take over. Shit, nobody gonna take it, but I grab it, I'ma have it. I've been cut to my habit, so I gotta do it, man, I tell them at this. Cause I've been really good, man, I want my status. Damn, they gonna see that I do this, they gonna see that I did this though. Now they say, oh, I can't do the same when you kidding, bro. Cause I spend my time just working, but I spend my time just grinding. And I spend my time in the studio with these lyrics, just combining, just fortune all these diamonds. Cause I made it from far, and nobody believed it, but I showed them what I was, it's sure. Cause I am a monster and back on my run, yeah. I'm up to show them what I have been on, yeah. Guess I'm about to do it when they see that I'm around, yeah. Cause we pull up with action, yeah, we make them all believe. Nothing, they told me I was a kid that never will complete it, never do just all these things. But they don't even know me, they don't know what I can bring. It's thunder out the sky, I'm electric with these things. Like I'm so electric, I'm about to do it, I put in the work and I saw them I get this. I'm on my ship and I'm sailing the west, ayy, homie, I just be the captain. I'm showing my brothers and people the way that we move, like we about to get this. Homie, we working so hard, like all of my time, we've been investing in the work, investing in my time, investing in the team, investing in my mind. Make them all believe. Come on. Cause people love what action do. Make them all believe. Straight to the top, cause I'm taking what I want.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for making your way over here. Welcome to ICHack 25. I'd like to thank you all for being patient, waiting outside in the main entrance. I know the queue was long. I know it was cold. But you've got your swag bags. You're all now seated inside. One quick piece of admin. If you could put your phone on silent, that would be great. This is being recorded and live streamed to YouTube. So that'd be really, really helpful for us. But that aside, without further ado, I'd love, and it is my pleasure and my privilege to introduce you to ICHack 25, which is Europe's largest student-run hackathon. And this year, ICHack is the largest it's ever been. There's over 700 of you here today. We've been able to partner with over 15 industry leaders who you're going to hear from later. And on top of that, the amount of work that's gone into making this weekend a reality is nothing short of mind-blowing. There's been an organizing team of over 150 people who I'd like to introduce you to. There's myself, I'm Hashir. I'm the president of DoCSoc this year, and you'll hear from my two co-directors, Kishan and Tanvi, later on. And behind us, there's a whole army of volunteers and organizers who have made today a reality. There's been literally thousands of hours to get everything sorted today, from logistics to tech. And these guys have exercised a huge amount of patience to make sure everything is in place to make things as perfect as possible for you guys. And so the only thing I'd ask of you is, throughout the weekend, we're going to do our best to make sure everything runs smoothly. If anything is unsatisfactory, if you have any problems, you can find us wearing red or blue. And please treat these guys with the same patience that they exercised when they were trying to make all of this happen, because we're here for you. And with that out of the way, we're going to jump straight into it. We are able to partner with, once the slide moves, there we go. We're able to partner with industry leaders to set up our hackathon challenge for you. I'm going to introduce you into how you can get started, how you can form a team, and how you can get submitting. And then we're going to introduce our sponsors to you so that you can learn more about them, learn about the different characters who are here this weekend, and so you can get started on your hackathon project. So in order to create a team, team sizes are 2 to 6 people. Some of you may already have a team. Some of you might want to find one in your hack spaces later on. That is completely fine. You can go to your my.ichackpage.org in order to log in and form your team. Once you've done so, you can choose your category, which, as I mentioned, you're going to hear more about later. And that is going to be at 12 o'clock when you're released from here for lunch. You're then going to have 24 hours of hacking. At 12 p.m. tomorrow sharp, your projects have to be submitted. You're then going to be judged by either the sponsors who have made the categories or industry-leading academic researchers and professors from Imperial College. And then we're going to end tomorrow afternoon, hopefully on time, with the closing ceremony where we're going to give out some amazing prizes and awards to the winners and runners-up. And so ICHack is special for 2 reasons, in my opinion, really. First is variety. Other hackathons you go to, you may have seen that they will have one consistent theme, or they will have one industry at play. That's not what happens at ICHack. We bring together industry leaders from every facet of industry. So whether you're interested in marketing, or you're interested in financial services, or asset management, or defense, or AI, whatever it is, whatever your skill set is, whatever your passions are, there is something here for you. And so we encourage you to engage with our sponsors, engage in the intellectual debate with them, because they would love to meet you. There will be workshops happening around, which you're going to hear more of later, and they'll be on the schedule. And the second reason is these guys are working at the very cutting edge of industry. And this is something which you don't see a lot of nowadays, especially with all these small AI products, and everyone trying to figure out how can we leverage the latest technologies in order to bring transformative change to our enterprise. And what all of our partners here have in common is that they index on innovation. They index on technical excellence. And that is the same reason that they have come here this weekend, because you all have given up your weekends to build something cool that solves a real problem. And so we share the same values. Firstly, I'd like to introduce our bronze sponsors who unfortunately could not be here today, which is why they're only sponsoring in a bronze capacity, but they've sent over their support, and they're happy to answer information. You can also find more information about them in the handbook in your swag bags. We have Hadian, Jump Trading, 5 Rings, and Anna.Money. And by the way, Anna.Money are on site, and they will be walking around. And so they are hiring, I hear, as well, so they're one to keep a lookout for. Without further ado then, we're going to start hearing from some of our silver, gold, and title sponsors who are here on campus with us. And so I'd love to introduce you to our first one, G Research, who are going to tell you a bit more about what they do.
Hello, can everyone hear me? Is that working? We're good. Awesome. So thank you so much for having us back. I'm super happy to be here again this year for IC Hack as silver sponsors. So, I mean, what can we tell you about G Research in the 3-minute slot that we've got? We'll do our best to give you a bit of a whistle-stop tour. So what do we actually do? So we are a quant finance research company. We've been around for around 25 years now. And it's all about systematic trading within the financial markets. So that means all of our trading decisions are made and executed by software programs that are written by our quant researchers. So statistical arbitrage means we're looking at statistical performance across a very, very large volume of activity rather than individual trades. And like I say, it's all about systematic trading. So we're developing the algorithms that will execute those trades instantaneously across stock markets all over the world. And all of this is underpinned by our very sophisticated in-house built platforms. So we're about 1,000 people in total, but actually half of that are our engineers. 254 of those work in platform engineering, whilst 256 work in research engineering. So it's a big team, and Robert's going to talk a little bit more about that.
Hey, I'm Robert. I'm a former computing student, so I used to be sitting there like you. I did my industrial placement with G Research in 2020, and I've been working here for 3 years now in the platform engineering team. You can come find me and chat to me about anything related to the internship or working at G Research.
Technology slide?
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess I get to introduce our technology. We have a huge computing farm. You can see we have tens of thousands of the latest NVIDIA GPUs and more coming. We have petabytes of storage, and we have a modern development environment, Linux, which actually my team works on. And yeah, our researchers work on machine learning stuff related to PyTorch, and basically every other language gets used somewhere in the company. Yeah.
We always like to just highlight a few things that we think makes us a little bit different from the finance stereotype. So one of the things I think we're all super happy about working at G Research is our work-life balance. We have a great culture. We're much more sort of along the lines of a tech company rather than a super corporate finance industry sort of stereotype. We definitely focus on long-term nurturing. We have a relaxed dress code, which, like I say, I think helps to add to the relaxed culture at G Research. And there's lots of different corporate social responsibility opportunities as well. So lots to get involved with on that side of things as well. We don't have long, so I'm not going to go into all of this in a huge amount of detail, but we do have a number of opportunities across engineering. So do come to the stand, have a chat to us. We're opening up applications for all of these again in September this year, so we'd love to have a chat a little bit more about those opportunities. And finally, just to say, as we always like to do, we're sponsoring the Midnight Pizza tonight. So hopefully that's something to keep you going and enjoy the hack, and come and see us at the stand for more information.
Much. We'd now love to welcome IMC, who are another one of our silver sponsors.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Herboy, and I will tell you a bit more about IMC trading. So in this short presentation, we'll go over the history of IMC, where do we trade, what do we actually do, and some of the benefits of working at IMC. And then in the end, I will also shortly introduce our charity initiatives that we're very proud of. So IMC started in 1989 by two pit traders in the Amsterdam, so two physical floor traders. And they very early on realized that they could utilize technology to make us trade better, to make us better prices and provide those prices faster. So company grew in that direction. And then in the year 2000, we opened our Chicago office. And in the meantime, we opened offices in Sydney, Mumbai, Hong Kong, Zug, and recently London. Last year, we celebrated our 35th anniversary as a company. IMC is primarily a market maker and historically has been a market maker. So what is market making? So market making, simply put, is being there in the market and providing both buy and sell sides. This makes market more stable, more efficient, and also provides liquidity to markets that are not that actively traded. This is how it was done last century. So in the 70s, this is a famous photograph of the Chicago pit trading, where traders would physically meet and trade futures. They would trade via open outcry, so they would shout prices, make hand gestures that would indicate prices and things they're willing to sell or buy. And they were also wearing these colorful jackets because they needed to stand out in the crowd. On the right side, you can also see IMC's jackets because IMC was always also present in the pits. However, nowadays, most of these pits are empty and all the trading activity has moved to the data centers, to the machines, to the algorithms. So on the left side, we could see how a data center looks like, where actually exchange is being operated and where trades are being made. And on the right side, you can see how it looks in IMC, for example, how human traders are still there to operate those systems. So human input is still valuable, but not in form of shouting, but in form of managing these systems. So some of the benefits of working at IMC is, well, first, you are being taught everything that we know, we teach you, and we have a very big global traineeship program. Me personally, I was in Chicago, and Yarik, that's with us today, has been in Sydney, for example. And after the global traineeship, you're also continuously, you have a lot of courses, and yeah, whatever you're interested in, IMC can provide you to learn about it. Also, we host an annual weekend trip with a company, and we also have a couple of well-being initiatives, one of them being a free gym in our office. And also, we like to give back through charity. So, prime example of this is our yearly trading and gaming for charity, where all of the trading profits for one day are donated to the charity of our choice. For the last couple of years, it's been Room to Read, which helps improve literacy in underdeveloped countries. IMC is also running a weekend school to help kids from underprivileged backgrounds gain education in the Netherlands. And here's also an example of ocean cleanup we did a couple of years ago. This, if you scan this QR code, you can sign up, you can be in our mailing list. And also, if you're interested to find out more about IMC, you can always find us at the booth, and we'll be happy to answer any of your questions. And that'll be it. Thank you very much, and good luck with your hackathon.
Fantastic. Next, we'd like to welcome up QRT, who are also going to tell you a bit about what they do and their research.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the IC Hack. It's super cool to see such a huge turnout of students today. I'm really excited to walk you through Cube Research and Technologies, QRT, tell you a little bit about what we do and the internship opportunities we have on offer. Before we get into that, I just quickly want to introduce who from the team are here today. So hi, I'm Anu. I'm from the talent acquisition team. I help support with all our campus hiring. I'm here with Aaron. He's one of the software engineers, and he's also an Imperial alumnus. And we're also here with Teho. Teho is currently experiencing QRT firsthand through the internship program, and he's also a current Imperial student. Okay, so who are we? QRT, we are a quantitative and systematic investment management firm. So what does that mean? Essentially, we use maths, stats, algorithms, technology to drive our predictions of the movement in the market. We're super collaborative, super innovative. It's part of the QRT DNA. It's embedded in our culture. And this culture of collaboration, innovation, it helps us solve complex challenges and problems. It also helps us consistently deliver high returns for our investors. Up here we have some platform highlights that you can just read through. Okay, cool. So over here we have our a visual of the offices that we have. As you can see, we're super global. We have a bit of a footprint in some of the biggest financial hubs in the world. We're headquartered in London, but we have offices in Paris, Geneva, Zurich, in our house. We have offices across APAC as well, so Hong Kong, Singapore. We have an office in Dubai. We have an office in Mumbai in India. And we have a newly opened office in Sydney as well, which is super exciting. And we're looking to grow a lot more, so stay tuned in this space. Cool, so some of our internship programs, we have a multitude of opportunities all across research and technology. You can find a lot more detailed information in our careers page. But some of our technology internships include quant development, software engineering, FPGA engineering, cloud and infrastructure engineering, and security engineering as well. And we're quite flexible with the duration, so we offer 3-month internships, 6-month internships, year-long industrial placements as well. And some of our teams also offer grad opportunities, so depending on what you're interested in, we can be super flexible. So that's a little bit about us. As I said, we're going to be at the stand the whole day. We're super thrilled to talk about our experiences and answer all of your questions. Wish you the best of the luck at your hack, and please find some time to stop at our stand. We also have really cool merch, so yeah, thanks.
Awesome. Next, I'd like to welcome Patricia and her team. They're going to tell you a bit more about the trade desk.
Hey everyone, thank you for having me. Before I start, can we give a big round of applause to the IC Hack team? Like, how awesome is this event? Yeah. Thank you. So I am Patricia. I am the university recruiter here at the Trade Desk. And I'll be super honest, like the first time I was told I need to speak for 3 minutes on the stage, I was extremely nervous. My heart rate is probably 125 right now. So I really appreciate your patience as I go through this presentation. But like one of our cultural values here at the Trade Desk is generosity and full-heartedness. So I thought, I'll ask some feedback or some advice from my teammates. And these are the few things they came up with. Some of them are not very HR appropriate, so I won't put through it out loud. But some of them were useful as well. They said, just like run away, Patricia, if you want. But I realized through this little experiment I'm going through today that a lot of you will feel very similar about this weekend. You might be a little bit nervous, you might be a little bit uncomfortable, and so I encourage you to just be super curious, ask questions. We have engineers here on site here at the Trade Desk if you'd like to speak to them or ask advice, but I hope that you make the most of this experience. Anyway, hard pivot. What does the Trade Desk do? So I have a quick video. I was told that this is the best medium to get the attention here.
So, you know when you see like an ad banner online?
Oh yeah, God, I hate that shit.
Hey, come on.
No, I just mean like everybody hates that shit. You know?
Do they?
Well, yeah.
That's what I do. That's
It's
my
cool,
job.
man.
I sell those.
It's cool. It's cool.
Okay.
You're making the world go around. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's not your fault. You're just like part of a fucked up system.
I mean, without online ads, actually, a lot of the websites that you visit for free wouldn't be able to exist. It's kind of like the lifeblood of the internet.
Hey, dude, I think they want us to pay attention.
Thank you. I promise they weren't paid by us there. But yes, what does the Trade Desk do? We're basically a global media buying platform, and what we use is very complex algorithm to help advertisers, so brands like Nike, KFC, everything that you can think of, show their ads in specific medium online at the right time to the right person. So think online ads, banner ads, ads when you're listening to Spotify. So this is what we do at the Trade Desk. But this is super complicated. Even me, myself, I don't know how to walk through it. So I'm just going to give you 3 things for you to remember, and then I hope that you'll come to our stand to talk to us later so you can learn more about the Trade Desk. First thing I want you to remember is that our platform deals with 1 trillion queries per day. That's the amount of queries that we need to deal with to be able to handle all those auctions, to be able to buy media online. That's 1 trillion queries per second. And this is what our engineers deal with every day, is how do we build complex system at scale to be able to handle that? And this is only ever growing every single day. It's not going to stop. So this is the kind of problem that you have to deal with if you were to join with the trade desk. Second thing I would like you to remember today about the trade desk is that our platform deals with 15 million requests every second. When you're on Spotify, when you watch your favorite show on Disney Plus or Netflix, whenever you see an ad, the amount of requests we have to deal with to make sure that you see a specific ad that's relevant to you is different to someone else that's watching something else on another platform and seeing another ad. And this is the amount of things that we have to deal with every day. Finally, the trade desk. Yes, we have an office in London. Global map of where we are. We might be headquartered in the US, but we are a global company. And that's to make sure that we always have engineering presence in every single location and we can follow the sun. As the little clip said, advertising is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so we can't have it stop. So that's why we have presence everywhere. Thank you. I'll be at the booth. I'll have a couple engineers at the booth as well, some that have done internship with us, some that have not done internship, so I encourage you to come and visit us. And if not, I'll see you at bubble tea session, sponsored by the trade desk. Thank you so much.
Super. Next, we'd like to invite Winsome Yu, and I think they're going to tell you a bit more about what they're doing in really exciting spaces like Web3 and blockchain.
Hello, everyone. So I'm Raghav from Wintermute. I'm on the DeFi team as a DeFi dev. So what does Wintermute do? Or what is Wintermute? So we were established in 2017. We are a crypto-native algorithmic high-frequency trading firm. And we follow the proprietary trading model. So that means we trade our own capital. We have a presence all over the world. But our main offices are in London and in Singapore. And the team has been growing quite largely. When I joined, it was, say, 80 people. Now it's 125, so we're still growing. So our main focuses are liquidity provision. So this is where our high-frequency trading strategies work. And we provide support on large number of venues, both across your centralized exchanges and your decentralized exchanges, and various other platforms. We also offer a principal OTC desk, and we also have a ventures arm. So, as I said, we provide liquidity in a variety of number of venues, and across all your major crypto assets. And as you can see, we've been growing quite rapidly. In terms of why we're here today, and in general, we have a large number of opportunities at Wintermute, and do come to our desk to see, our booth to see the roles we have open. But yeah, the main roles we're currently hiring for are listed there. But do come and talk to us, and we can tell you more about what we do. So yeah.
Amazing. Next, we'd like to welcome InterSystems. They bring a wealth of hackathon experience, and pay special attention to this one, because there might just be an extra prize here. I'll let them tell it.
Good morning. Can everybody hear me? Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed participants of iHack 25, my name is Enzo Brienza, and it's an honor to address you at Europe's largest student-run hackathon hosted by Imperial College. So a big thank you to Imperial College, and a round of applause there, please. But this event brings together over 700 UK's most creative, talented students for 24 hours of learning, building, fun, and networking. At InSystems, we believe our innovation is the lifeblood of the future. Our mission is to ensure that our clients have reliable real-time access to the data that they need to do their jobs. Data they can connect to, share, and draw insights from. So who is InSystems, and this is the journey and story I'd like to tell you. Over 50 years ago, our owner and founder was in London. He was a failed musician, and he decided to go back to his hometown, Boston, and retrain as a developer. He started coding, and that's the DNA of our business. And 47 years later, we now have a $1.2 billion organization. And what does our company do? It manages data sets across many industries, including healthcare, financial services. And these are some of the worldwide organizations that are using our platform and technologies. So what do we want from this event with you? We're looking for the next Terry Reagan, the next leading worldwide innovator, and there will be some in this room that would want to race that challenge. How are we going to do it? Well, we're here today, all hacking. We have our own startup incubator program, which we'd love to discuss with individuals who have that volition. And we also help organizations that are looking to build their own businesses through corporate venture funding. And this is the steps that we can help people through the process, should they want to build their own enterprises over a period of time. However, being an entrepreneur isn't for everybody. So the organization, on a global basis, run cohorts of graduate training programs, and we, across many regions, that not just in the UK, in the US, very close links to MIT, and across the globe. So come and speak to us about those opportunities. We'd be delighted to talk to you about them. And ultimately, we have a challenge. We have a challenge for you, and that challenge is look and use our platforms over this weekend. We've got a number of our mentors here today for help and assistance. We'd be delighted to help you through that process. So all I can now like to conclude with, basically, is that we hope you have a great weekend, enjoy the fun, and come and talk to us about our platforms. We'd be delighted to help you on your journeys. Thank you very much.
And that concludes the introduction of our silver sponsors. We're now going to move on to the gold sponsors. And for those of you who haven't been to an IC Hack before, the gold sponsors are the ones who set the challenges that you can choose to compete in. And so pay close attention, because you're going to have to choose now which one you're going to want to compete in. And the first one we want to introduce you to is Helsing. They are one of the coolest, youngest, new companies around. You simply have to meet Luke, because he is a phenomenal engineer. I'll let him tell you more.
Alrighty. Wish I could use this for my notes, but I've got a piece of paper instead. So, all right, welcome everybody. My name's Luke, and I'm here to talk a bit about Helsing and our challenge category today at IC Hack. We'll start off with a bit about me and Helsing. So Helsing is a new type of defense company specializing in AI and deep technical investments. We have specializations across all domains, from land to space to air to maritime as well. We were founded about 4 years ago, and since then we've been going strength to strength, and we're excited to be opening our first internship program this year as well. A bit about me, of course. As I mentioned, I'm a software engineer here at Helsing. I also run hiring and staffing for engineering. And if you want to know more about the careers we have at Helsing, or more about what Helsing does and kind of the investments that we're doing, then please come across and talk to us later on. So there's a bit of a lag here, clearly. All right, nice. So I'll be giving an exciting technical talk on macros in Rust later on today at 3 p.m. Of course, this is exactly what you want to be doing whilst you're midway through hacking, is learning a bit about metaprogramming. So we'll be doing that then. I promise you it will be interesting. It'll be a nice little brain refreshment for everybody. And I will be taking you through some live examples as well. Should be pretty interesting. Our challenge category for today will be, well, today and tomorrow, will be on the best use of AI to improve human decision-making. This kind of challenge category, I think, is relevant to not just defense, of course, but is threaded throughout all the technologies that you use day to day, from voice assistants to Netflix's recommendation algorithm, right? Like, all of these are methods of improving how humans make decisions and make them more effective at what they do. So, technology is hard. We're doing this across 5 different facets. We have impact. So this is actually how much of a difference is the thing that you build going to have on the users of the thing that you build. We're doing creativity. How ingenious is the thing that you're doing? Is it really actually changing the modality of the place that it's working within? The UX, how much does it take into account the human who's using the thing that you build? Complexity and performance, how much are you actually pushing the boundary? Does it actually scale up after the hackathon and we've spent 24 hours doing something? Could you turn it into a real product? And then finally, presentation and delivery. So how smooth does it work? How do you deliver it? How do you talk about it? How much conviction do you have on the thing that you've built? So with that, I'll wrap up. I'll say good luck to everybody with your hacking. If you do come to the presentation later today, we have some Rust books as well to give out, which we'll be doing in a raffle. And come find us if you want to know more about jobs in Rust and jobs in AI in defense. Thank you.
Super. Next, we have JetBrains. They were silver last year. They're back as gold this year. We're super excited to have them along. I'll let them tell you more.
Okay, so hi everyone. I'm as excited to be here as you are, and welcome to IC Hack to all the participants. So what we have for you today is an amazing challenge, which I will just directly get to. So the challenge is making no-code solutions for computer science education. So this challenge is not that you don't use code. I want the programmers to use code, but your users shouldn't have to. So your users can interact with it, etc., but they don't really need to write code from scratch. That's the goal. So how I want you to accomplish this: you can use as many AI tools as you want. You can use LLMs, multimodal models, whatever you want to use. Any combination of anything. We'll be teaching you some cool techniques like RAG later on. And to make your life easier, we'll also be giving everyone who does our challenge open AI access keys. So come around to us if you're doing a challenge and get these keys from us. So the final product can be an IDE plugin, mobile app, desktop app, anything. We rate you all on technical difficulties, creativity, etc., everything. I'm not going to go into too much detail. If you want the details, you can just scan this QR code. It will take you to our brief, because most of you are not going to remember half the things I said anyway by the end of this. So that's the goal. OK, so I'm Jaditya. I am a developer advocate at JetBrains. This is the remaining team. Most of us will be around for the whole day, today and tomorrow. We like to stay late in the evening, maybe play some games of beer pong or something with you guys, but let's see what happens. Also, we have workshops today. So we'll have a challenge overview around 3:30 p.m. And we'll have a workshop on Kotlin if you want to use Kotlin for making your projects for the front end. Come to that workshop. We'll have some cool tips and trips for you there. We'll also help you get started with various resources, with template repositories, etc. Might be useful for any challenge you're doing, in all honesty, guys. So we're also offering internships still for all students. Doesn't matter which year you're in. So come by our booths and say hi to us. Thank you.
Our fourth and final gold sponsor before we introduce our title sponsor is Optiva, who are starting to become a staple at IC Hack, and we'll let them tell you a bit more about themselves.
Hi, everyone. Super excited to be at IC Hack again. Just to kick off, a little bit about me. I'm Stefan. I finished computing at Imperial just a couple of years ago, and I've been a software engineer at Optiva since. To kick off, let's play a little game. I've got this beautiful Optiva tech fleece here with me today. So let's hear some prices for it. How much would you pay for this Optiva fleece? Anyone? Don't be shy. Okay. You in the back? 40, okay. Getting heated. So that's at the heart of what we do at Optiva. In markets with lots of conflicting information, lots of pricing information, we take all that information in and provide markets around the world with buy and sell prices. So we're market makers. As you might have heard earlier today, we quote, sell and buy prices to different market participants. This makes markets stable, provides liquidity, and ensures everyone can get a fair price and execute their trades quickly. So that's what we're going to be letting you do today. We're running a little simulated exchange. We're going to have the latest tech stocks, all your semiconductor, NVIDIAs, DeepSeeks, TSMCs, and you're going to be trading them at a few different exchanges around Europe, open at different times. There's going to be lots of arbitrage opportunities, trading stocks off of each other and against an index. And there's going to be a live environment for you to interact with other participants and see how everyone's doing in the environment that you can see. So we're going to be running a workshop later at 2:30, where we're going to go through all the details of this challenge. You don't need any prior finance trading knowledge to join us today. We're going to explain all the basics that you need to get started market making. And yeah, we're going to be handing out the fleeces as well in our workshop. We also have some opportunities open, so come by our booth in Queen's Tower Room to talk about those. Thanks. Enjoy your weekend, everyone.
Awesome. A moment ago, I told you they were the fourth and last one. That's a lie. They are the third and penultimate one, because I'm now going to introduce you to our fourth and final gold sponsor, who unfortunately cannot be here with us today, but it is Anthropic, who many of you will know as one of the new hottest AI companies, and they also have a challenge for you. The challenge is very simple. It's 3 words: build with Claude. And so And so what we've done, and what Anthropic have done for us, is they've given us loads of Claude API credits and accounts. And so listen very closely if you're interested in doing this challenge, because there's a bit of logistical faff in order to get your Claude login details. As you know, we have 3 hack spaces. We're going to have the senior common room, the junior common room, and the Queen's Tower room. In the Queen's Tower room, there will be the Anthropic help desk. One person in your team needs to go to the Anthropic help desk and get your Claude account. Even if everyone on your team wants to build using Claude, that one person who has the account can then add the emails of everyone else on your team. And so I'll make that very clear again. Go downstairs to the Anthropic help desk in the Queen's Tower room. One person from your team needs to go and get a Claude account. And then you'll be able to add other people, and you'll all be able to use API credits. Judging will be done by Imperial's AI research professors. And then lastly, it only leaves us to introduce our title sponsor. And there's no other way of saying this other than they are backed by popular demand. They were titled last year in 2024, and you all loved it. And so they're back here again. Please give a huge hand for Marshall Wace.
Hello. So, I'm not actually going to talk about Marshall Wace. I'm going to talk about creativity. You see, this is my third hackathon here at IC Hack. And the reason why I keep coming back is because this place is like it blossoms creativity. And I started thinking last night, why is that? It's because creativity is born through constraint. What do I mean by that? I mean, you've got tight deadlines. You've only got like 24 hours, right? You've got a group of 2 to 6 people. That's a small resource pool. And the way you become successful here is by having that like little bit of X factor, right? Little bit of vision that really drives forward and pushes your creativity into producing a super product at the end of that. The next thing I've been thinking about a lot is the difference between wanting and willing. So I've been to quite a few hackathons here, and I've talked to a lot of different engineers over my time. And every single person I speak to wants to innovate. They all want to create the best products. They want to all push the boundaries. But there are very few who are actually willing to do it. What do I mean by that? Like, I would love to, build the next Anthropic, let's say. But am I willing to do it? Maybe. I'll need to carve out time. I'll need to influence the right people. I'll need to get VC funding. That all starts here. And that is why I love this hackathon. So, how does that translate to this company now? That's the pivot I've been trying to work towards. And I think it's because we've basically modeled our entire grad scheme basically on IC Hack. Wanting versus willing, creativity, those are the two most important things that we look for when we're hiring at Marshall Wace. And luckily, they're the two most important things in this room. The people who are making the most successful apps here will do really well in Marshall Wace. Let me just change the slides a bit to give you a little bit more in terms of numbers. So I say we modeled our grad scheme on this hackathon. I actually mean we have a rotational program. And a lot of companies offer that. They offer different time in different teams within the firm. So the difference between our rotational scheme and other rotational schemes is it's a fast track, high impact, high velocity scheme that allows you to become a super productive technologist in just 2 years. We cram about 10 years of experience down into that 2-year period. And it's quite fascinating, really. The way we do it is we just expose people to so many different technologies. So, for example, you start off, maybe you're in the trading team, where you're building, the trading dev team, where you're building the trading infrastructure that supports billions of notional going through it every month. Maybe then you move into like one of the AI teams where you're experimenting with the new LLMs at scale. Maybe then you're moved into like a data visualization team where you're helping our portfolio managers get the best transaction costs or pick up some new dimension within a visualization they already had. What I'm trying to get at is you are not doing low-value work in your grad scheme. You're doing high-impact, high-value work from day one. Now, how do we achieve that with these numbers? I mean, if you look at how many people we've got a global team of about 700 people. If you look at that compared to our competitors, that's a fraction of what our competitors have. And the reason why is because on literally day one, as soon as grads enter the room, they are literally working on this high-impact stuff. Maybe not day one, maybe day two. But that's how we push things forward so quickly. Now, I was reading a book last night, and it was on culture. And one thing they did was they had this experiment. A group of psychologists, they ran this experiment around who could build the largest tower out of spaghetti and marshmallows. It sounds a bit strange, right? So they first got a group of, I think, Harvard MBA students, and they got them in and said, hey, how would you build this big tower? And they sat around, they brought out like a booklet, they started to draw their strategies, they agreed it amongst themselves. And they were like, yeah, this is the way to build the largest tower. So they built it. And it was a great spaghetti marshmallow tower, good on them. The psychologists then brought in the next group of people, a group of lawyers. And they talked about it a little bit, they drew up a document, and then they started building a tower as well. And lo and behold, it was a bit taller, so they were in the lead now. Then they brought a third group in, and that third group was a bunch of school children, like 10 years old. And they said, hey, can you build this tower? And lo and behold, they built the tallest tower, not by a little bit, but by a huge amount. And it got me thinking a lot about Marshall Wace and what we're like as a business compared to other companies. Now, yeah, you can go to another company, a big, rigid hierarchy, and have your kind of corporate titles or whatever, or you can be in the mix with the kids and building that spaghetti tower, getting the spaghetti all over you, getting covered in marshmallow. That's what we're about. We're about organized chaos and pushing things forward at a fast pace. Now, the psychologists actually worked out that the reason why they built the tower the highest is because they didn't care about status. They cared about just getting the job done. They had arms in arms with the other kids there, whereas the MBA grads, they cared about what people thought of what they were saying in the planning. So they held things back. We are not like that. We want to encourage people to say what they think, push forward, and build that tower as high as possible. And that goes on to how we treat people within the firm. So we run a bit like an elite sports team, not like a rigid structure. We coach people. We let people really push things forward, but let them have the ideas to do that themselves. We're just here to kind of say, hey, we think that's a good idea. Yeah, you should keep pursuing that. That's our kind of management style. So I'm going to let Jordan talk in a sec, who will talk you through the details of the grad scheme and our prizes and our challenge. But I just wanted to come here and tell you why I personally love this hackathon, and share with you that it's really about these three things. Creativity. Please be as creative. I know it's hard to say, but creativity comes from constraint. So don't look at the constraints of low numbers of people or time limit as a problem. Look at it as an opportunity. 2, think about this concept of wanting versus willing. Every single person wants to do the right thing, but there's very few that are willing to do it. And 3, please take some risks, push forward, and try and, even if you don't think you can achieve it, take a little bit of a risk and really push it through. I believe in you. And those are the 3 things that we look for at Marshall Wace. So if you have those 3 things, please apply. I'll leave it at that now. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you very much, Ash. My name is Jordan, and I'm currently a graduate software engineer at Marshall Wace. I have been so for the past year and a half. Prior to that, I was sat where you are, at Imperial as a student in the computer science department. and I did my BEng before leaving and joining Marshall Wace. Now, aside from what Ash has just said, we're going to go straight to the graduate schemes, the internships, the 6 months placements. We do offer all of these. Please come up to talk to us about them at the booth, and we can give you all the information that you need. There are several grads here today, a lot of which did internships, so we're very happy to answer any questions you might have. Yes, now, we have a workshop, and that workshop is Rust as well. The good, the fearless, and the blazingly fast. So this will be given by our great software engineer, Fergus, here. And it was the most admired programming language in 2024, and we're going to go over why exactly that is, and exactly how you can start using it today, what it's good for, and why it's better than C++. Thank you. Oh, bit of delay. There you go. We do have a second workshop, Cracking the Case, a detective guide to application observability. So when I was a student, one of my biggest regrets is I didn't know enough about observability, about infrastructure, how all of this works, because it's so important once you hit production systems. So we're going to go over that, and it's brought to us by our brilliant production engineers and our infrastructure engineers. There is a mini challenge involved, and it is fantastic. I'm actually so excited for everyone to see it. And there are prizes to win as a part of this as well. Now, for our main challenge, we have the idea of a chain of events. So you may actually interpret this idea however you want. We're not trying to constrain anyone on the idea. You're already constrained enough on time and manpower. Now, some ideas, maybe to get the cogs turning, is a game where actions have consequences, or visualizing global supply chains, or creating a high throughput data processing pipeline. We've had some really interesting projects from this before. I think one of my favorites so far was a Rube Goldberg-esque machine, whereby you had traffic lights and the sensors communicating between them in order to transfer data from one place to another, and that was great. We want to see more like that. Just to reiterate, we are a finance company, but your challenge or your project does not have to be finance related. In fact, actually, we'd encourage you to sort of take the most creative approach that you can possibly take. And yeah, please come chat to us if none of this is clear, because we're very excited for people to come up and chat to us. The challenge prizes is an iPad with 256 gigabytes of storage and Wi-Fi and cellular. So you're getting the best of the best here in terms of iPads, as well as an Apple Pencil. Also, this one's super exciting, an invite to our exclusive Spring Insight Day at Sloane Square, our global headquarters in London. It's a 15-minute walk from here. You get to talk with all of our tech leaders, all of the great engineers at Marshall Wace, really figure out what we do on a day-by-day basis. It's honestly, we participated as grads in it last year in running it, and it's a huge opportunity. I'd highly recommend you come ask us more about it. Free lunch as well. So yeah, make sure to bring all of the creativity, like Ash said. Technical complexity is something we look for, and of course, presentation skills. And do what you're interested in. But I think that's all from us. Thank you very, very much, and good luck.
Super. So just as a quick summary, before we get to the end of this challenge section, I want to introduce the DoCSoc categories. And these are categories that are made by us, the organizers, that you can all compete in tandem with the other categories. And so the first one that I want to introduce you to is tackling misinformation. This is a more prevalent problem now with the rise of AI than it's ever been before. We live in a world where sometimes fake news travels faster than the actual truth. And so being able to differentiate between the two has never been more important. And so we want to see your most effective and scalable solutions in tackling misinformation. Another DoCSoc category is the best use of novel research. Every major commercial tool, service, platform, software, product, whatever it is, at some point, chances are it was cutting-edge research before it really reached the main market. And so we want you to take some novel research from a couple of years ago, make it as recent as possible. Try to find the most novel, interesting, new thing. and create an application of it. Create a real-life use case of novel research. The next DoCSoc category is enabling accessibility, and there's really two ways you can interpret this, and both are completely fine. You could try to leverage technology to make life easier for those with accessibility needs, or you can try make existing software more accessible. Both are completely fine. The next category we have is the best use of hardware, and we have the absolute privilege to be joined by ICRS, the Imperial College Robotics Society, who have brought along a whole host of microcontrollers and sensors and hardware kits and 3D printers even that you can give them CAD designs for, and they'll print it out for you. And so we want to see here, what can you create using hardware? Come up with your best possible hardware solution, complement it with software if you'd like, but show us, make your hardware shine in this challenge. And lastly, we've all been at that hackathon where it's midnight, you tried something really ambitious, but it all fell apart, and now you have nothing left to do other than go home in misery and defeat. Well, you don't need to do that anymore, because now we have the fallback category, the non-technical pitch. Show us and convince us of your vision for the idea you were trying to execute the best you can, for whichever category it was you were participating in. And so to quickly summarize, we have the 5 sponsor categories, the title and the 4 goals, as well as the 4 DoCSoc categories and the fallback category in case everything goes wrong. Now, the way ICHack works, and this is very important, by the way, just so that you know what your options are, is that you can pick up to 1 DoCSoc category and up to 1 sponsor category. You cannot pick 2 sponsor categories. You cannot pick 2 DoCSoc categories. You can only focus on 1 if you want. You can just pick one of these and say, I'm only going to do that. But you will be eligible for both prizes if you picked 1 sponsor category and 1 DoCSoc category. For example, I might choose to say, I want to do Marshall Wace's Exploring a Chain of Events. But I also want to do Tackling Misinformation. Maybe I can make a tool where it's a product that allows people to classify misinformation, and then you can submit a report about it, and then there's a pipeline that follows where this misinformation maybe gets taken down from the source. That is a chain of events that tackles misinformation. You will be eligible for both prizes. And then the final catch is that if you leverage InterSystems' Iris tool whilst making your product and making your project, then you will be eligible for their prize as well. And so if you play your cards right here, you can be eligible for 3 prizes today. The final piece of advice I'd give you is to be bold, be creative, like Marshall Wace said. To sort of summarize a quote that I quite like is, from JFK a few decades ago, is, we choose to solve these problems not because they are easy, but because they are hard. And I think this really resonates with me because you should all be here to innovate in whichever technological space you want. Software is, without a shadow of a doubt, the most transformative tool of our time. And so be creative, be bold, take a hard problem and tackle it head on. Because the fact that you're all here today on a weekend means you're all capable of doing it. I'm going to now hand over to Kishan, who's going to talk to you a bit about submission and logistics, and then you can find out a bit more about all the fun activities we have planned for you this weekend. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Kishan, one of the directors of ICHack and DoCSoc current vice president. So, you've made it through the next 24 hours. How do you submit your project? The deadline for submissions is 12 p.m. tomorrow. This is strict. If you submit after, your project will not be judged. In order to compete, first, form a team on your system. You should do this as soon as possible, and if you haven't got a team, check the Discord channel for finding a team. Once you find a place in a hackspace, please stay there. At 10 a.m. on Sunday, volunteers will come around hackspaces with table numbers. You will need these for submission. Please keep them, do not destroy them, do not lose them. We will have trouble submitting. On the system, provide your table number and submit a public URL to a GitHub repository containing your source code on the dev post link that we will provide. Detailed instructions for this will be sent closer to the time on Discord. At 12 p.m., the judges will go round the rooms by table number. You'll be able to see which room they are currently in, hopefully, on our system as they go around. After you've been judged, go around the room look at other people's projects. Feel free to find out what other people have been working on. You never know what you're going to find. I'll now hand over to Tanvi to talk about some of the exciting things we have planned for you this weekend.
Hello everyone, my name's Tanvi and I'm the Hackathon coordinator. I'm here to tell you about all the fun extra activities that we have planned over the weekend. Starting with our guest speaker, who is Quincy Larson. He'll be talking at closing ceremony, and he's the founder of the popular non-profit educational website, Free Code Camp. He's flying in all the way from Dallas, Texas, just for our event, and he'll be around all weekend, although I think he just got off his flight. And he'll be one of the judges for the DoCSoc categories. This is what he looks like, so if you see him around, please do say hi. Beyond that, last year we introduced the Hackspace Cup, and this year we're bringing it back. Firstly, you'll hear us talk about Hackspaces, and these are the 3 rooms in Sheffield: Queen's Tower Rooms, QTR, the Junior Common Room, JCR, and the Senior Common Room, SCR. After opening ceremony, your group should locate a table in any of these rooms. There are charging points at all tables, and you can see where the nearest water points and bathrooms are on our maps. If you didn't bring a water bottle, don't worry, you can use the cups provided in your merch bags. The meal vendors and snack stalls are in Hackspaces and will be the same across all of the rooms, so don't worry about this either when you're choosing a space. And all rooms will have a DoCSoc desk if you need anything. You can expect PA announcements from here. Right, so now you know what Hackspaces are, I can explain the Hackspace Cup. There are 2 components, our main Hackspace trials and our side quests. Our trials, in order, are the Hunt with Marshall Wace, which is a campus-wide scavenger hunt. Countdown, like the game show, where there are Amazon gift vouchers up for grabs. Leaning Tower of Pizza, which Marshall Wace has conveniently given excellent advice for, which is a pizza box stacking competition after midnight pizza. We'll be judging based on height, efficiency, structural integrity, and creativity. There's also a Mario Kart tournament. There's karaoke, which is an Icy Hack staple, and bingo to sleep at 6 a.m., which is just bingo, but at 6 a.m. All of these trials get you points towards your Hackspace, but also individual winners get exclusive prizes. Then our side quests are our passport, or bingo sheet, not to be confused with the 6 a.m. bingo. In your merch bags, you will have received a bingo sheet. There are stickers dotted around throughout the event that you need to use to fill up the squares and circles on here. And on the sheet, there are 3 sections. First, there's the sponsor stickers, which will be at sponsor tables, which are at the sides of Hackspaces. So go up, say hi, find out about the company, and then pick up a sticker. Second, we have our hacker activity stickers. And these are the stickers that you get from doing the fun extra things over the weekend. Some people have already tried to high-five Kishin. Please wait until after opening ceremony to do this. And finally, our complete the set section is where in your merch bag you will have received a set of stickers, all of 1 single letter. And your goal is to trade with other attendees to get stickers to spell out Icy Hack. So the I and C stickers will have white backgrounds, and then HACK has black backgrounds. And finally, before the cut-off time in the evening, which I'll announce on Discord, so please do keep an eye on this, if you've completed at least 1 section, you can go to a DoCSoc desk and get a stamp and collect a small prize. You'll also get Hackspace points for this, depending on how many sections were completed. And additionally, the first people who have filled in the entire sheet will get individual winner prizes. Our other side quests are highest attendance of sponsored talks. So at all of the sponsored talks, as you leave, there will be volunteers that can scan your wristband QR codes, and this will check you in as having gone to the talks. And a Connect 4 tournament, which will run from around 4 p.m. to 10 a.m. so keep an eye out on the Discord for this. Like our trials, side quests give Hackspace points and individual prizes. There's also a meme challenge, which is sponsored by Chicken Media. So I'm now going to welcome them to the stage to talk more about this.
Hey everyone, I'm Paul, I'm part of Chicken Media. It's called Chicken because there's a chicken in there, and we like chicken. So I guess a bit about our challenge is similar to most years. It's basically meme challenge. Like many others have said before, we're encouraging creativity, technical competence, how fun it is, and generally it has to be chicken related or media related or anything like that. So we've got a fun set of prizes, which we're not going to fully reveal, but let's get something into your head that if you win, there may be some merch, and it may get printed on a shirt, just saying. So think about something that's like funny. I mean, it's a meme, so it's got to be funny, but make sure it's like interesting and could be worn on a shirt, so probably nothing too like, graphic. But yeah, that's Chicken Media. You'll see us around. We've got me, we've got Taran over there. We've got a few others. We've got our lanyards on as well. So yeah, come around, say hi. Is there anything else I missed? All right, great. Thanks.
Thank you, Chicken Media. Another thing from me is that we've partnered with ICRS this weekend to provide hardware support. ICRS is the Imperial College Robotics Society, like Hashir mentioned earlier, and they'll have a stall in SCR where you can borrow hardware and see their 3D printers in action. You may have also noticed that your lanyards have PCB badges attached, which were designed by ICRS. They are running a side challenge this weekend where you can play around with these. Details will be on the hardware channel on Discord, and also I'm going to hand over to them now to share a bit more about this.
All right, thank you. So I'm going to keep this short. I'm David. I'm representing the Imperial College Robotics Society, ICRS. And yeah, who are we? We are a financial software company. No, we're actually a robotics society. Yeah, so we run the only student-run makerspace at Imperial, if this is going to... yeah, largest makerspace at Imperial with over 500 members. And we run educational events, Robotics 101, which I hope many of you have signed up for, and yeah, weekly events. But today we are here in the capacity to support the DoCSoc hardware category. Yeah, so we're here to support the DoCSoc hardware category with our makerspace, which is in E505. We have 3D printers, we have a non-working clicker, apparently. Yeah, maker equipment, laser cutter, 3D printers, sewing, embroidery machine, basically anything you could possibly want to make a hardware project. And also we have the expertise that will let you make those projects. We have a whole team that will be in the SCR and in the robotics lab to provide you with any help in terms of hardware, software, electronics, soldering, anything like that. Yeah, so development boards, electronic components, nuts and bolts, if you need Raspberry Pis, if you need stock materials, aluminum extrusion, if you want to build a robot in 24 hours, I strongly suggest you go for it. Yeah, and this year we're also doing, we've also contributed in creating the hacker badges. There's some fun Easter eggs in there that you might have found already. There's Snake, there's Tetris. But they are also a fully fledged development board. So there's a RP2040 on from Raspberry Pi that you can use to upload any code you want from Arduino. All the information for that is on the badge GitHub if you want to scan that QR code. And on the back, you should be able to find, some pins so you can connect things like You can connect things like temperature sensors or any outputs, so speakers, buzzers, things like that, to really help you in your hardware project. We are running a side prize for the best use of one of these badges. So I think we're going to be judging that, so please make it something fun, something interesting. It doesn't need to be useful at all. Just make something, the more stupid it is, really the better. Yeah. Happy hacking, everyone.
So finally, just a mention of our schedule. This is on the website. It will be posted on Discord, and it's on posters dotted around all of the hack spaces. Please do keep an eye on the Discord so you don't miss anything like extra food handouts, merch handouts, sponsor activities, or fun things to do. There's also a fun room in H-Bar, which is on the same floor as QTR. That will have arcade machines and board games if you'd like a change of scenery at any point to unwind. That's all from me. So I hope you have an amazing weekend, and I'll hand back over to Kishan, who will go over the final logistics.
Okay, a couple of last quick bits and bobs that I'm just going to run through so we can all get to the fun part of hacking. Please only use the red and green fire exit buttons in the event of a fire. If you push the red button, everyone will have to evacuate, and that won't be fun. Everyone will hate you, and will have to stand in the freezing cold for some time. If you have an emergency, please use the contacts on the back of your lanyard, especially the security number. Please do not call 999 yourself. Call Imperial Security, and then they will call the emergency services. If you want help in general, go to the DoCSoc tables in each hack space, or ask a volunteer in a blue t-shirt. Want to get on the Wi-Fi? You should have been sent a password to your email this morning. Please use that to log on to the ICHack 2025 Wi-Fi network. Your password is unique to you and can be used for up to 3 devices. Overnight. You're welcome to stay overnight, of course. It would be a pretty pointless 24-hour hackathon if you couldn't stay overnight. However, please be mindful that campus is locked between midnight and 7 a.m. in the morning. If you get locked out, it will be an absolute pain to let you back in, so please bear this in mind. Also, we do not have any dedicated sleeping spaces, so that's something else you should bear in mind. Okay, finally, join our Discord server. This is vital to all communications. You can join from the ICHack platform. What now? Before you leave, please make sure to register your wristband on our system. You need to go to my.ichack.org, find the option to scan your wristband, and then scan the QR code on your wristband. Do not take your wristband off. You will need it to enter the hack spaces. We will be checking. If you don't have a wristband or it isn't registered, you will not be allowed in. On exit from the Great Hall, find a hack space, find a seat, take your seats, and get started. Lunch will be at 12 p.m. Menus will be posted on Discord with allergen information. Please remain in your seats and be patient. Volunteers will direct you to exit when appropriate. There are a lot of you. We need to let you out slowly. Have a nice weekend. I hope you enjoy ICHack 2025. May the hacking commence!
Let's stay till the sun comes back with